Hey guys, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock right here in North Carolina in my kitchen. I'm so glad you guys have been joining me for the 10 days of Keto Together. I can't tell you how much fun it's been. Like, you guys are eating what we're eating. And I go on and I see you've made your omelets. I see you've done the hunk of meat in the crock pot. That looked really yummy. And I see that you've been doing all the fun things, making the David's reminding me, I always forget to do this. If you don't mind, on where the Facebook Live is, if you'll hit the share button and share in the big group, share in Low Carb Journey to Health. That's what we call it. We call it the big group. But share in Low Carb Journey to Health, Cooking Keto with Kristie. If you'll share, then people in the group will be able to watch. For some reason, people have a hard time finding us sometimes at 5 o'clock when we go live. And they're always like, I missed it. And I'm like, you can watch it. But anyway, if you'll just share this live stream in Low Carb Journey, I would very much appreciate it so that other people can find it. You can share it wherever you want. Share it on your page or whatever. That's fine too. But if you'll make sure to share it in the group, that would be a big help. So foil packets, this is the easiest thing to do. And as I talked about, if you saw the blog post from this morning, as I talked about, one of the cool things is that you don't have to make them very large. You can start with a fairly small piece of aluminum foil and toss it in there and do different flavors. So if somebody in the family doesn't like a jalapeno, you don't have to have it. And you can use any combination. And we're going to talk about that, kind of how I do things. Now, I did kind of cheat. It's a rainy day here in North Carolina. And Mr. Keto didn't want to go out in the rain at 5 o'clock and grill these packets. So I put some together ahead of time. Plus, what that allows me to do is show you the finished product. And I'm going to taste test it along with you because I totally just make these things up as I go along. That's why I always like cringe when somebody says, what's your recipe? I'm like, I don't know. But let's make these first, and then I'll show you what we grilled earlier in between the fits of rain that we're having. No severe weather like we were afraid of, but we did have had some rain. Okay. So what I usually do is I start with a fat on the bottom of the foil, and you can use butter or ghee or whatever, because this is going to go on the grill. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to put it in the very center and just spread it around, right? And I'm using my bacon fat in my fancy pickle jar. I know y'all all jealous of my fancy pickle jar. And one of the simplest things to do, combinations, is to do pepper and onion. Now, I've got these pepper in kind of strips. And keep in mind, like, how many people you're making this for, whether you're making it 2 or 4 or whatever. But notice I've got my onion in strips and I've got the pepper in strips. So one of the things you want to do is get them in similar size. I don't think these are too thick, so that they'll cook about the same time. So if I was going to put this one together, I'd put my peppers and my onion. That was onion. I put my onion and my peppers in there together. I might put a little more onion in this one because, you know, onion. I'm going to cut this a little bit more so this packet looks even. And quite honestly, if you're doing a steak or even just grilled chicken, the peppers and onion are really good. When you grill it, it takes on that nice smoky flavor, and you don't have to put a lot of seasoning in there. Now, what I am going to put is some salt and pepper, because you have to do that, right? That's obligatory. But let's say that we were doing, trying to think what we would be doing with this. Maybe David's grilling the carnitas, and I want kind of a southwestern flavor. It's that super easy to do. Let me grab some salt. That's super easy to do. Remember, we talked about those flavors that are southwestern. I've got taco seasoning that made up already that I keep in the pantry, so I could put that over. Super, super simple. Also, if David was going to do southwestern flavors, I could chop up some jalapeno in there in this packet, and maybe I would put like the whole jalapeno in for him because he really likes jalapeno, or maybe I would leave it out altogether in what the kids were going to eat. I could also put a clove of garlic because roasted garlic is really good. I could chop up some tomatoes because these tomatoes need to be used. Let me put the seasoning. I could do something different and use the ancho chili. Let me put a little garlic, and oh, I didn't get any red chili powder. I'll just make this simple. Look at me looking around like, and I'll put some of the taco seasoning on there, and so we'll see what that's going to be like. I was looking for the chili powder because I love chili powder. But let's just put this simple, and this is the taco seasoning. The recipe is in Keto Living Day by Day. So I just keep it made up, and then I can season ground beef or chicken or anything. I do have cumin. I love cumin so much. I may put another little dash of cumin on here. You guys are probably tired of hearing me crow about cumin, but I'll put that in. And then all we're gonna do, ancho, somebody's asking about the ancho chili powder. It is just a red pepper. I didn't put that in there, did I? It's just kind of a red pepper. It's not terribly spicy. It's not like jalapeno, but it's just a nice, kind of like a red chili. In fact, well, now I've got it in my hands. Actually, look, I can't sprinkle it because the tag is in there. Let me see if I can fish it out with my fingers, and I'll put some of the ancho chili. It smells really good, and it's light chili powder. Can you take that out, David? I always have to hand it off to him. And I can just do this so that I don't overwhelm it. The ancho is a nice, almost a smoky flavor, so it's going to be perfect for the grilled veggies. It's not terribly spicy. Now, have you done this before? You may have your own technique, but the easiest way to do it is to, or the easiest way I do it, is to go from the side. Thanks, David. You can see I haven't used much of that, and I did order it off of Amazon. I can give you guys some links if you want, but I got it from Amazon. And then I'm going to this side. So just like the way we wrap a present at our house, you're gonna do side to side, and then push it down where the veggies stop, and you can kind of feel your way, and fold over and over. And done. And that's sturdy enough to stay on the grill. And I'm going to set it aside so that David can put it in the grill. And let's make another one. We're going to use different veggies this time. So this time, again, start with my fat. And I'm using baking fat because I got plenty of that. And this time, let's do some zucchini. So if I want to keep the zucchini kind of with the with the onion. So let's say instead of chopping the onion, it won't let me do anything with it. Instead of chopping the onion, let's say that I kept it in strips. So I'll put my onion down, and you don't have to use onion every single time. In fact, I probably shouldn't have. I just saw it first. Like I said, totally making it up as I go along. And I'm putting the onion down in the fat. And then let's say we wanted to put zucchini with it. Zucchini's really nice grilled. So I'll chop my zucchini similarly, not terribly thick because zucchini takes a while to cook, but look how I've got them like similar sizes. Okay, David's wanting me to show you what we grilled. I'll get there. Okay, and he says I totally misunderstood. Maybe I did. Okay, same thing there and there. And notice that some of you are going to say you didn't put much zucchini in there. If this is a one serving, if this is just for one person, then this probably, between this and the onions, that probably is a serving for me. Because you remember, I'm going to have a big juicy steak or something grilled. What are you guys putting on the grill? Comment and let me know what you're putting on the grill. Now, one of the flavors I really love with, and I hope I still have it on the table, one of the flavors I really love with sauteed zucchini is basil. And so I'm going to use the dried basil if I, do I not have it? Honey. He's like, really, again? I'm telling you, I'm going to put salt. But basil, I had it out earlier and I must have put it away. I'm sorry. Because nobody else takes, there's a littler one. But that one's fine. I can use that one. I'm putting salt. Don't you love live? See, if we were like doing a YouTube video, we could edit this loveliness out, but this is all the Sullivans. Not quite Sunday with the Sullivans.
Faye says chicken wings.
Chicken wing. You know, I should have linked to the chicken wings recipe it's on YouTube. I should have linked to it in the blog post today.
Donna says Chipotle chicken wings.
Oh, yeah, from Crazy Busy Keto.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh, you know, I came this close to pulling some shrimp out. We have a package I need to use. It's in the freezer, but I didn't. So what I put in here so far is just salt and basil, and I only put a little pepper. And Can you guess what I'm going to put next? If you can't guess, you don't know me at all. David, can you guess?
Garlic.
He knows me. I'm going to put a little garlic, just a little. And just wait until we open one of the packets. He's going to run from the room. And the same kind of thing, we'll fold it up like this and fold it over like that. Oops. I don't know if you guys can see or not. And then I'm going to go up. And this one's really messy. And over. And that packet's done. That one is smaller. You can tell the difference. So you can, and pack, well, it's probably maybe the same as far as a serving. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Last one. And there's so many ways to do this, guys. But I've got some cabbage and I've got some cauliflower, and both of those are really great. But I'm going to do something a little different. I want to show you what I would do. Let's pretend my onion is diced. And what do you want me to do with that? Oh, I know what you want me to do. David's handing me a plate. I'm like, what do you want me to do with that? And I have pictures of the ones I did before when I did the video. So this will be like the 8th or 9th full packet I've made in the past week, making the YouTube video and making the ones I'm going to show you, and then making these. Same boring thing. Start with your fat. And this is optional. It just kind of keeps, well, I mean, it's fat, and it keeps everything kind of moist, and it's just yumminess. Okay, I feel like I'm making a pizza, but it's the bacon fat. So let me put in the onion. And you guys aren't talking to me. What? I want to know what you're making. Or David's not telling me.
Lisa says homeless chicken thighs with seasoned salt and packaged zucchinis and broccoli.
Homeless?
Yeah, we can give them a home here.
You said homeless or boneless? Yeah, boneless thighs are great. Let's see, you got homeless thighs. Where can I find some homeless thighs? Because like David says, I think we could give those a home. Now, notice I'm chopping these more finely. I'm doing that because the finer onion will cook faster. And so now I'm going to do the finer zucchini. So I just wanted to show you kind of the difference in texture and how to chop them. Chop them like you prefer, but do it so that they'll all go together. And the longer pieces you're going to have to put on the grill a little bit longer, like that first packet that we did. So let me put these in here. I'm also going to chop up some tomato and not chop my finger. And let's see. And I'm just going to do like maybe 2 tomatoes, because remember, this could be a single serving. I'm going to use these guys up. They're so old, they're puckered.
Crystal Pullen wants to know what you're doing with makeup and jewelry.
I had to do another video. I had to do a Diet Doctor Explores video. So that's what I'm doing with makeup and jewelry. I haven't been out, Crystal. I am under stay-at-home orders, and I am obeying those. I really am. Gracie hasn't been out in a public place since March 16th or March 13th. And Jonathan went to the orthodontist. It's the only place he's been. I'm not sure how much that counts, because he was the only patient in the place. So because I put the tomato in there and the zucchini and the onion, let's go Italian on this one. And I've got, where's my Italian seasoning? Who takes my stuff? Italian seasoning. I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary, because that's not in Italian seasoning. Just a little sprinkle of rosemary, because it can be strong. Actually, thank you, honey. I could have put my fresh rosemary. What was I thinking? I grow rosemary. I have a great bush. Let me put, and this is what I love to do if you have fresh rosemary, just put the whole stinking sprig in there, the whole thing. And then I'll put a little bit of Italian seasoning that my husband got. And I'm not going to put any of the fresh basil, because I don't know the fresh would work very well. All right, that's good enough. And I'll not put a whole clove of garlic this time, because I don't want to run David out of the house, and I can't eat everything that I've put stuff on. Here's my dried basil. Yummy, yummy. So we've got the sprig of rosemary. These are kind of for the Italian, because we've got zucchini and onion and tomato. I'm excited about this one. And let me put some salt in there. And I love this little salt jar. I really do. It's silly how much I like this little salt jar. And don't ask me where I got it because I have no idea, but I love it. And let's see, what else am I doing? I could put a jalapeno, but I'm not feeling it. I think that's really about it. Maybe, pepper, maybe a little pepper. Anything else, guys? Can y'all think of anything I'm forgetting?
Sandy says she likes rosemary and thyme.
I didn't put the thyme in here, but I didn't get that out. But that does sound good. But
am I supposed to go get the thyme now?
no, that's not a cue. David's so used to me giving him cues that he's like, do I need to get the thyme? All right,
Lots of stir-fry vegetables and steaks on the grill.
Yep.
Mushrooms and onions and peppers.
You know, I haven't had mushrooms because they go bad so quickly. And I've been buying vegetables when I shop every other week. I've been buying vegetables that will stay with me a while. All right, let me move this stuff out of the way. And
What do you think of using parchment paper instead of foil?
I'd be afraid. Oh, in the oven. If you're in the oven, parchment, but now it's going to leach out because you've got all these flavors. And so if you're using parchment paper in the oven, it won't, you'll have to use a sheet pan or something. It won't hold, like this goes on the grill just like this. You won't be able to do the other. So, all right, let me show you this. And Grace is going for a run. Look at this, y'all. This one, I don't remember the flavors I put right now. That looks amazing. David, did you try these?
No.
Oh, I bet this is a Southwestern. So I did one before with the ancho chilies. So let me try this. Do you want to try it? No?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this has some zucchini. It has some onion, some bell pepper, and tomato. Maybe this is the Italian. All right, let me get something besides zucchini. I don't want that big piece of something. All right, let's try this. You did such a good job. This is so good. It was 3 baby tomatoes. It was Italian seasoning with extra basil. It was onion. It was bell pepper and zucchini. And the zucchini is finely chopped like that. That's good. And the vegetables really aren't mushy. That's really good. Thank you, honey. It's like Christmas. Like, I don't know what's next.
They were 20 minutes in the grill, on the grill at about 350.
David says they were 20 minutes in the grill, and the smoker was around 350. Here is the thing that'll run David out of the house. The garlic. So I put in there some finely chopped zucchini. I could have put bigger pieces. And I put whole cloves of garlic. Whole cloves of garlic. Now, if I eat one of these like this, my husband will complain for a week that I smell like garlic. He'll say, I can smell it in your pores. I also put some tomato. So this is the Italian one. This has the Italian seasonings, has 3 garlic cloves. It has zucchini and finely chopped onion. Man. That is really, really good. Even without biting into a clove of garlic. I think this is like, I don't know which is better. This may be my favorite. This is super, super good. Actually, that's a ranch flavor. I remember now. That was ranch. This is Italian. The Italian is way better. It's just delicious.
Too.
That's it? Even without the garlic? I can't believe David says that one smells the best. I can't believe he's saying that. Okay, let's try last one. This must be the Southwestern one.
Someone, I think it's Monica, is recommending writing on each packet with a Sharpie.
Well, wouldn't that be smart, Monica? I actually did consider that, but then I was afraid somebody would like yell at me that it was leaching through or something, so I didn't do it. But yes, Monica, using a Sharpie, especially if you've had a crowd of people, with us, if it's just like the 4 of us, I'm okay with just kind of opening it and scraping it out and let people figure out what they made. But no, that is really smart. You could even put like a K if it was Kristie who made it, a G for Grace, or label it. Sure, yes, you can do that. Oh, so this one, you're gonna like this. This is the Southwestern one where I use the ancho seasoning. I put some cabbage So I cut the cabbage like a cabbage noodle. So there's cabbage in there. There's jalapeno. So there's jalapeno, there's cabbage, and there's onion. And then there is the ancho seasoning, garlic, and onion powder. So let's try this. This may be a little hot because of the jalapeno. So I don't know. I should have probably got some water. Oh, it smells really good. This would be good with carnita. It's really good. Grilling it gives it a little bit of the smoky flavor. It's hot. My eyes are probably going to start watering any minute now, but the cabbage is cooling it down. Wow. It's really good. David, I want you to try this one. I'm going to show it to you guys. The cabbage is cabbage. Let me say it one more time. It's cabbage with onion, jalapeno, and so cabbage, onion, jalapeno with ancho chili seasoning, some cumin, and some, what's the other thing? Cumin, salt, pepper, and onion powder and garlic powder. That was really good.
Tia wants to know if you've ever put a lot of vegetables in them, taken the packs, then and put them in the freezer for later.
Oh, I have not. I have not. 'Cause some veggies you want to blanch before you freeze, and so they wouldn't come out so great. Like the cabbage, you'd want to blanch before you put it in the freezer. I have not tried that. I thought you were going to say do one big packet for everybody. But the beauty of this is you can do different seasonings for people who have different preferences.
Several people are asking if you can put meat, I presume they're talking about raw meat, in the packages.
Well, so here's the thing. This kind, in essence, where the package is closed, steams it. So I've never put raw meat in there because I want my meat to have a really nice char. Like I want it to hit the fire. I want the fire to kiss the meat, whether it's a hot dog or a sausage or a steak or a burger. So no, I've not ever put the meat in the packet.
Tawana wants to know if I can do chicken wings with this seasoning.
I bet you could. I was just thinking, Tawana's like, she's reading my mind. I was just thinking that I need to sit down and really work on the ratios because that would be a great recipe. It was delicious. What do you think, David? I'm sorry. What do you?
I think it's outstanding. I think it's really good.
I think it's a little hot.
The chili comes out. I can really taste the chili in that one.
And being smoked, because the smoked goes so well with those Southwestern flavors, that's a hit. And like I said, it was cabbage, and it was a little bit of cabbage that was really going bad. It was cabbage, onion, pepper. I need to write it down. And so, yeah, that was a hit. That was my favorite, I think, even though it's a little spicy for me. I would probably put like half of the jalapeno in mine, and David would have a whole. And what I love about it is one whole jalapeno is one carb. Like that is so much flavor for one stinking carb. Whereas these guys, depending on their size, they're about one carb each or one carb for two, again, depending on their size. So you don't get, that's why I only put like one or two, maybe two in some of those packets. I just wanted a little hit of flavor.
Judy says David needs to do a video on how to use the smoker. Or maybe Lance Paul does.
I have been trying to convince my husband for the past year that we need to do a cookbook, a keto cookbook, a small one like Crazy Busy, on how to grill things, how to use the grill or the smoker. Like, can't you imagine? Like, there's all kinds. You could do appetizers, you could do pizza. Like, there's so many recipes, marinades, sauces, sides. I might even be able to come up with a dessert. I don't know. That one's the one thing that's escaped me. But I absolutely agree. What do y'all think? Let me give us hearts. Give us hearts or give us comments if you think that David needs to collaborate with me. I might share the royalties, all $10 of them. I think David needs to collaborate with me to do that because I think people would love it. And we could smoke some pork. It would be delicious to do, even if nobody bought it. Like we could smoke pork belly and jalapeno poppers, so many things.
Deborah says that they have, in Girl Scouts, put meat in these foil packets, campfire packets, and that one or two other people have made similar comments. And we did used to do it in Cub Scouts.
Oh yeah, we did. That's where I got the idea. We did it in Girl Scouts. I was always prepared. But yeah, it is a great Girl Scout, and that's why I do them as individual things because, and this is a great thing to do with kids, especially like if you have teens in the fall, you're doing like a bonfire or whatever. Let them all do their own packets, and get that Sharpie out, like Monica said, so you'll know which packet belongs to who.
Golly, they're flowing, but Limma, I think, was the name.
Are the hearts flowing? Do they want the cookbook? Do they want the grilling cookbook? Are they hitting the hearts or the likes? Tell me the truth, because I watched the video.
Maybe. Judy says pork belly.
Yeah, pork belly for sure. Absolutely. Marinated pork belly.
Sarah wants to know if we're going to be grilling live, and no, the grill.
It's raining. We would be out there, but David might melt. He's so sweet.
Ooh, Chantel says bacon. We need bacon in those packets.
Oh, you'd want to do cooked bacon. You could go ahead and do the pre-cooked bacon, but you wouldn't want to use raw bacon. I don't think it would cook, because like I said, this is like steaming it. It's not really touching the fire. But I wouldn't mind if David wanted to put some bacon on the grill while it's hot. Except it is raining.
And the dogs are outside.
And the dogs are outside. Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe they're in the garage. Anyway, we're going to have wet dogs. So dogs, bath time for Winston and Banjo. They had to go out because they were barking.
Carol says Italian sausage.
Yeah, Italian sausage would be good with what I did with this one. I'll move these back. What I did with this one with the Italian seasoning and the garlic. So good. You be nice to me or I'm going to eat that garlic.
You're going to eat it anyway. You're just going to wait till it's all camera. Several people have suggested grilling dessert pizza.
Yeah, ooh, what would you put on it though? Because dessert pizza usually has like really high carb.
Go ahead. I'll complain.
Dessert pizza usually has like really high carb fruit. So what would you do?
Maybe you take like some blueberry extract. Reduce some blueberries.
This
make
is
a blueberry syrupy thing. I
don't know. This is so good. I think it's 1, 2, and 3.
The Italian smelled the best on the grill.
Man.
I don't know if anyone can hear this though.
Okay.
Before you go, Janice and Zuli said hello, David, at the very beginning of this. Oh, I think they said hello to you too, but they specifically mentioned my name, so I wanted to say hello back.
Okay, so David's saying hello. David, you need to know, they told on you. They said David is paraphrasing comments. Like people are not saying what he says we're saying. So I'll go back and watch the video because they're told on you. See, they're my people.
Well, you go back and look. Janice and Zuli said
they're not your people. They are my people. These are my people. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope this has been helpful. Whether you've got fresh rosemary or whether you're using dried spices, these packets can really be a lot of fun and simple. And again, I used what I had, a little bit of cabbage, jalapeno, things that were going bad. My zucchini's not looking too healthy, so we'll have to do something with him soon. But it's super, super, super easy. And use what you have. And I hope that this was helpful to you. Please show me your pictures, tag them, hashtag Keto Together so I can find them. Man, and the group and the threads run so fast. I miss probably half of what gets posted. And I'm online a lot. So anyway, thanks for joining us. And I don't know when the next Facebook Live is. I'll have to look at the schedule. I think...
Tell Tia and Sandy hello too.
Hi, Tia and Sandy from David. You guys don't feed the animals.
It's Saturday.
Is it Saturday? David says he thinks there's another Facebook Live Saturday. What are we cooking then? Do you know? He doesn't know. Maybe it's soup. And soup is when all the leftovers get thrown in the pot. So it's no magic to that. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for joining me.